Hello, everyone. This is Barbara Iris Alsu of Parental World Knowledge. I'm the owner and the founder of. There was a problem on Google Hangouts. That's why we didn't go security. That was the last thing I did was Google Hangouts, and my security wouldn't turn on. I couldn't even get my computer to turn on at first. It kept, every time I try to get my security to check, I always check it before I turn my computer on. I couldn't even get it to go on. So I knew there was a problem. So I kept, pushing it until it would go on. Just so if you have that problem where it doesn't go right on, don't pass it over because there was a security problem. All right, so hopefully everybody knows that we're going live. I just sent a message. And we are doing more watercolor painting. I'm the president of Artist Barbara Alsu Fine Art Studio, and I'll be instructing you with watercolor today again. And you can have a canvas pad to do your paper. This is just like real canvas, but doesn't have the reinforced sides. And you can paint on this watercolor, acrylic, or oil. My particular old paper. So that's too costly, too much time. This is so easy, and it absorbs the paint better. So it's much better to have a canvas paper. All right, and then you need palettes of paint, and they should be non-toxic. Sorry to go through everything if you've heard this before, but it could be new viewers. You need a liquid white. Usually it's not in there. You're going to need several size brushes, and they should be artist brushes. And you need an artist sponge. It's more porous. It absorbs the paint. You just put it down and bring it up. And then you need an eraser that's an artist eraser, as opposed to just a regular eraser, because a regular eraser usually dries out and it's going to make probably marks. And you'll have to layer more on your watercolor paper. In addition, you need colored pencil, and it should be as close as you can to your painting. It doesn't have to identically match. It doesn't have to wait till it's all hard. Otherwise, you'll be taking all the paint up. So the reason you're putting the pencil is to make it look 3D. Put a glass over this canvas. You could just put a frame, and as long as you don't put water to clean it, just take a duster, then you're fine. All right, so I hope you have your subject. You don't have to do with and we can look to see the beautiful skyline of New York City. I didn't go there to look at that to make this. I just did this from memory, and alter. And you can do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. That will come out the best. This is the first time I'm ever doing it, and it's making me happy. I like doing it. All right, and with your paintbrush, just do gentle strokes. When I say like gentle strokes like this. And if you need to in a small area, you can even dab on, because this is a very small. It's small. Each object is very close to each other, so you can't be doing big brush strokes. If you had a bigger painting, yes, you could. And sometimes it's so small in there you need to dot it on. All right, and you need a line drawing of what you're the outline of the apple and the stems. You don't have to do drawing, just paint the rest in. And if you have your own imagination, you can do it without a prop. But if you're using a prop, you need to alter the way that you're doing it. It can't be exactly as you see it because some other artist did it. If you're using a live person, a live animal, well, that you can copy exactly. If you want to do a computer printout because you can't draw, then you could do a computer printout and paint over that. Just make sure the paper is good enough quality that you can paint on. Don't have a flimsy typewriting paper. All right, so that's it. I'm going to begin. And I want to just turn the camera, so please, excuse me that I'm going to be rude, like to leave you, but I want you to focus onto the painting. It'll take me a while because this is just the smallest neck. I've said this before. I have such a hard time moving it. This is supposed to be the best camera, but it doesn't seem to be designed too great because it won't go down, and I don't want to break it. Oh, gosh. It doesn't even belong to me. It belongs to my son. It's not going. And my son says, why didn't you do it when you first started your show? And I says, well, you never told me, and I've said this before. And it's because this camera, it doesn't have a long bendable neck. It's a very short neck, tiny little neck, and it's difficult to get in focus. I was afraid to touch this thing, the way it was designed. And this is supposed to be an HD camera, the best, and this is terrible. I can't even get it to go down today. I guess I'm exhausted. Just been with this weather, trying to take my puppy out in this weather. I'm having to take him out nonstop because it's too cold and he doesn't want to stay out there, and I have my paper. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. I can get this down a little more. Are there any tech people out there? Hey, could help me with this camera. Come to our office. I'm not doing this today. I don't know why. I am pooped, I guess, from all the snow. I had to just shovel snow off my stoop because I had a client that came in. And I'm tired. Well, my son did the shoveling, but it came back a little bit. The ice forms again. No, I'm not getting this camera down. I'm trying. Okay, I got it now, finally, I think. If it stays up there. Nope, it's not. Nope. And now I got it. Nope, it went off. I can't believe this camera is going to really be this difficult. It's usually never this difficult, but it's like getting worse and worse. This little neck is like so hard to turn. I don't know what to do. Just put it on my keyboard. Oh. Yeah, there it goes. I got it resting if it doesn't fall, I hope. I can't believe this. This is the worst. This is an HD TV, supposed to be the most expensive, well-built, and it doesn't bend easily. It's definitely not me. Oh, now it fell. Oh, figures. I said it might fall. It is designed terribly. This is terrible. This is not a good, and this is supposed to be cold. That's why it's not bending today. I don't know. I did it every other day. Had a little trouble, but I did it. Yeesh. Well, it's a comedy show. Now it went off again. It was on my thing and now it's off. Oh my God. I can't believe this. This thing, it keeps. I don't know what to do. Lay it down? Is that going to be too close? I don't know. I don't know if you could see now what I'm doing. Ay, ay, ay. This is a comedy show on how not to use the camera. I can't be blamed. This thing is like, it won't bend. Maybe because it got so darn cold, it won't bend. It's such a tiny little neck camera. It's like a stubby neck camera. It's so tiny like this. I don't know if you can see my finger. It's tiny like this. And then it has a skinny neck, very skinny neck to it. And this is very expensive. I couldn't afford to buy this, so my son's letting our organization use it. But they make them horrible. I don't know. They want to make it small to make it very easy to fit, in a place wherever you're working, portable, but it's not practical. It doesn't work right. I'd rather have it a little bit bigger. Things, and I'm used to that, and I had no. These little things. I'm gonna be a computer tech person to work this. I don't do computer repair. You'd have to be a computer repair person to work this camera. Crazy. Doesn't look very good. Let me see if I can do this one more time. Put it up here. You can't see in focus the rest of what I'm doing. You saw in the beginning. Just got to get up here. No. Well, finally, it's on this part. Okay. Now you can see me better. Good. Of course, my son's at work. I have him fix this for me, but he was not here. He does my technical things. I admit I cannot do fixing of technical things. Great at working the computer. I'm just not great at fixing things for the computer. Like this would not bend. And I needed somebody to bend this, but I got it finally. But I'm great at working the computer. I did the first computer that ever was made, and there wasn't really any training. There was very little. It's much more complicated than today's computers. I worked in optical font machine, and that was the first computer, and it was much more complicated. There's like 1,000 different things you had to do on that computer to make it work. And I figured out all there. I can make any computer. I could figure out anything on a computer. Thank God. Well, I apologize for the inconvenience today. Google Hangouts causing our computer to have security problems, and then for this HD camera is quite horrible. Evidently, it does not work properly in the cold weather. I made a great rice pudding today, and it was with organic milk, and it came really creamy with that organic milk. It came in a glass bottle. It was so fresh. And then I had cinnamon, coconut sugar, and normally I put in oatmeal to thicken it up a little bit, but I didn't have oatmeal, so I had quinoa cereal, a hot cereal, and I put some quinoa in, and that was just superb. Oh my gosh. So sweet, delicious, but not too sweet. And it's healthy, a healthy sugar, the coconut, as opposed to the regular white sugar that's not good for you. So this was very good for you, and just delicious. I just cooked the rice first, according to package. I used a rich white long grain rice, and then I excuse me, I put in all the spices first, and then I put in, after it's thick, and then I put in, when it really thickened, the vanilla. And the particular vanilla I had was also naturally flavored with bourbon. So that was superb. Just a superb, very superb rice pudding. And I just love rice pudding. So healthy. And you get a good rice like I had. And what I put in was all healthy. I'll put it on LinkedIn as soon as I can. It's been busy because I'm teaching now for free lessons from artist Barbara Sue, Fine Art Studio. One free art or poetry lesson the rest of the month. So it's been busy. And you can reach us at 973-736-1637, 973-736-1637. Get your free lesson. Call us Monday through Sunday, 9 to 5. Not well. And then if you want to be on our show, you can call the same number. And you have to be 18 or more, though, to be on our show. That's Google Hangout rules and YouTube rules. I keep seeing it freeze. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Well, at least you hear me talking. Well, we still have for $5 beautiful antiques. Call and get. We have some gorgeous pieces. This is mine, but I have some beautiful antique bracelets and rings and different things. And it's a shame that you're not calling to see some of the gorgeous things that we have. Just call, make an appointment, and have your free lesson, and come for $5 and get beautiful antique and tax deductible because we're donating it to artist Barbara Sue, Fine Art Studio, and Epilepsy Foundation. To enable them to do surgery on people that need to be cured. Well, the good news, no more snow today, and kids were off today playing and having a great time in West Orange, New Jersey. And the interesting thing is, after all that snow, yet it seems that everything, the traffic, everything was fine, thank God, in our town. But I heard in New York, not the case. The plows ran over a few people and killed them. We had no problems in our town, thank God. But I pray for the families that lost, the people that passed away. They should rest in peace, those people that passed away. Oh, it's terrible. So it wasn't the snow, it was the plows that, caused people to lose their lives. Yeah, but think it'd be the snow. Never even occurred to me that the plow would cause it. So you've got to be so careful when you're out there with that snow and those plows. Don't take any chances. Be extra careful. You see those plows, don't attempt to walk across the street. Wait till they're gone. Even if you've got to get to work, you wait till they're gone or you'll be gone. You never make it to work. You never live if you try. Because evidently, they're in a hurry. They're not being careful. They're not watching the pedestrians. That could happen. 3 people. Horrible. And for that to happen, they must have been pressured that they have to do it fast. And so that's why it happens. It's a shame. It's a shame that these people are losing their lives in New York. I hope it's not happening anywhere else. Just pray. But I can't understand how that can happen. Why are they so reckless, these cleaning machine guys? Why are they doing that? Why? I mean, they have a deadline, but you have to. Excuse me. Well, I pray for everyone in the world, miraculous healing prayer for peace, good spirit, good health, good strength. Amen. Whoever needs that prayer, we say it to God with me. God heals you 100%. I just do the prayer. You know, it's interesting. I got it to be on the picture and me, which I couldn't do that before. I got it just on the picture. I don't know how I did this, but it came out really good that I could get the picture and me. I couldn't do it before. I was trying to position it, and for a week I was, working that camera, and I could never get both. Now I got both, which is a miracle. So maybe that's why it was so difficult, because I got it in the right positioning. So I'm just going to leave it. I'm never changing it. It's staying this way as long as no one touches it in my house. I hope no one touches it. I'm not touching it. Miracle. Maybe that's why it was so hard, because God was trying to get me to get it so that my face could be there too, and the painting. I don't have two cameras. I got one camera, and I tried to get it on both, and I couldn't. And I struggled just now so hard, and I see now, I'm looking at the monitor, I see my face too besides the painting. It's amazing how it came out that way. Because I don't like to be talking to you and then you don't see me as I'm talking. I apologize, that if I was putting it on the painting and being rude, not facing you. But I don't have two cameras. This is fantastic. It worked out. Yay. But this is ridiculous. It's supposed to be the best of the line, and it shouldn't be this complicated I'm pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and struggling with it to get it to be on the painting. It doesn't hold. As you're pushing it, it's going off. It's moving. It should have a better mechanism that it secures and positions on. And I have to use my face. Now I'm really, really happy. see if you can see this part what I'm doing. This is only my first layer for some of the things I'm doing right now. So I started a second layer on some things, but got a lot to go here. Easy doing the big buildings, and like I said, I never did it before, so didn't know what to expect. Now I know. It is not easy what my son does. He's an architect designer. And sometimes he does freehand, so it's not easy what he does. I just made up these buildings. These are not buildings I exactly saw. That's got a little bit of what I saw, but these are my own designs, and it's not easy doing your own design buildings. And give him credit. And any architect. This is tough. I like doing it, but it's not easy work. I usually do landscapes. That's easy work. This is not. This is, I wanted to try something. I really like the buildings. I wanted to try something different. Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching, and I appreciate that you refer people to us, and please continue to watch. I'm so sorry for the difficulty in getting on. I get on as soon as I can. It's been very rough with Google Hangouts. I know they're working on improving. They did make some new changes, and it's been working more often than not working, but it's still difficult. It's causing my computer to crash off and on. But everything's okay with my computer now. And I thank you so much again, and have a good night or a good day wherever you are in the world. And please keep referring people to us, and hang in there with trying to watch us and learn and love art. Continue with your art. And if you find that you need a little bit more inspiration, I always say to look at some beautiful art books, but don't copy, just get a feeling, more inspiration. And whether you have them at home or go to the local library and take them out. If you can't find one in your library, you could get a universal card that you can go to any library librarian concerning that. It's free to get the card, it's free to get the books, but you do need that to go to other libraries. All right, well, thank you so much again, and I want you to just enjoy. Don't worry about it being perfect. I've said this so many times. If somebody wants a photograph and they have a photograph, they can get a photograph, but they want your original work. So just have a great time. Bye now.